Violent attack. A man stabbed 10 times outside his home overnight, and police didn't have to go far to find the person responsible.
Plus, deadline day. This is the day for SEPTA to have all its safety inspections done on its regional rail cars. Hear why even more trouble could be coming for commuters across the board.
This is why we do what we do.
A heartfelt thank you as a patient thanks medical workers for saving her life, and there's a special connection they already share. Those stories and more on today's edition of The Lineup for Friday, November 14th, 2025.
Hey everyone, I'm NBC 10's Keith Jones.
And I'm NBC 10's Sheila Watko. Let's get you up to speed with what you need to know today. We start with a story that broke overnight in Logan. A dispute between neighbors leads to a vicious attack. The victim stabbed more than 10 times outside his home. We get the details from NBC 10's Lily Zhang.
The victim's injuries are so bad that police say he needed surgery when he got here to Einstein. We know that he is critically hurt, and areas like his neck and torso all needed immediate attention. Police say he was in and out of consciousness when he was found this morning. He and the suspect, his neighbor, live by North 16th and West Cortland. The victim is 47 and his neighbor is 43 years old. Police say they got into a big argument just before 1 o'clock this morning. Now, police know that there was some kind of ongoing issue between the two that escalated into this. Investigators have found a knife with a roughly 4-inch blade believed to have been used. Now, police have not named the neighbor involved yet, but we are told that he is in custody. We're waiting to see if there's more information on any possible charges. Reporting in Olney, Lily Zhang, NBC 10 News.
Happening now, it is deadline day for SEPTA.
Yeah, the clock is ticking for SEPTA to finish the inspections and repairs that have caused so much chaos. The transit agency says it's ready. Now there's another concern, a strike threat. NBC 10's Neil Fisher is in Jenkintown with the double whammy.
Today is the 5th day that SEPTA riders will see canceled regional rail trains, including on the Warminster line. This as the rail service continues to inspect the remaining 3 Silverliner IV cars. And with SEPTA expected to complete the inspections today, another deadline is approaching. Union leaders representing 5,000 bus, subway, trolley operators, and mechanics have authorized a strike vote that will happen this Sunday. We asked riders this morning what they thought of the potential strike.
I just feel bad for the others who don't have other means of transportation where it don't affect me. If they go on strike, I would just have to drive into Center City and pay that full parking where it's cheaper to park here. But for others, it's going to be a little difficult for them.
In the meantime, 220 Silverliner IV cars have been inspected, but only 78 have returned to service. The inspections were federally mandated due to fire risks. We've seen fewer rail cars on the tracks and overcrowded trains. The cancellations today impact the Airport line, Chestnut Hill West, Fox Chase, and Warminster lines. The union says the workers continue to work without a contract in place, and they're seeking a 2-year contract. The union says a strike may be necessary. Reporting in Jenkintown, Neil Fisher, NBC 10 News.
9 your speed driving down Broad Street. The 60-day warning period for more than a dozen speed cameras is now over.
Yes, the cameras were installed at 15 locations back in September after a report named Broad Street the most dangerous road in Philadelphia. Now, anyone caught going 11 miles per hour or more over the speed limit will be issued a ticket. The fines start at $100. Now that the federal government shutdown is over, we're learning when things will start getting back to normal.
Yeah, for SNAP food benefit assistance, the USDA says states will receive their funds by the end of today. However, it could be until Monday before recipients get them in Pennsylvania. The Department of Human Services says benefits are going out. They should be paid to all recipients by the end of the week. At airports, the FAA is still ordering a 6% reduction in flights throughout the weekend. We checked this morning. There were 8 cancellations and 2 delays at Philly International Airport, which has really been the best weekend report for quite some time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. A woman beats cancer and now plans to help others. She got the opportunity to thank her doctors and nurses.
NBC 10 was at Temple Hospital for the emotional reunion.
You're compassionate nurses.
Last winter, Zipporah was diagnosed with an invasive type of cancer that was attacking her heart. She went through 4 months of chemotherapy, and during that time, she was studying to become a nurse herself. And the nurses encouraged her to continue her studies. She graduated from nursing school, and she says she'll use her experience to help her future patients.
Throughout the whole process, I kept thinking like this is going to be a great story for me to share with patients once I start working and I get to share with them and understand like what it's like to be a patient and what it's like to be afraid and not know the outcome.
Zipporah is in remission now. She says she's looking at a few different nursing opportunities and is excited for a bright future. Big congratulations to her on every front. That's a really nice story.
And taking what she experienced and then being able now to apply it to more people to help them out.
Like passing on I love that.
Yeah,
yes.
It's wonderful.
So big congrats to her. That's awesome. Both the Sixers and the Flyers will hit the road tonight.
Yeah, Sixers face the Pistons in Detroit. Flyers are in St. Louis to battle the Blues. You can watch the Sixers game on NBC Sports Philadelphia. Tip-off's at 7:30. Coverage gets underway at 7. Detroit owns the best record in the Eastern Conference. So our Sixers, our boys.
Our boys, come on. I always like to say, yeah, our boys. Here's more of our boys.
Let's take a look at Lincoln Financial Field, just 2 days away from the Sunday night showdown between the Eagles and the Lions. A game you can see right here on NBC 10. The good news, they look healthy heading into this one. Right tackle Lane Johnson's a full participant at practice Thursday. Starting center Cam Jurgens was out there with a brace. He was limited. Jurgens has missed the last 2 games with a knee injury. A lot of fans wonder how much A.J. Brown will contribute too. Got a full slate of pre- and post-game coverage coming your way Sunday. It all gets started with Eagles game day kickoff at 9:30 a.m. Kickoff set for 8:15 with the game day final coming your way right after the news. Well, listen, earlier this week we talked about how people, they're more lonely now than ever.
Yes, and we've heard this now for a while. It's becoming a bigger and bigger issue. A Center City restaurant is hoping to change that with a little social experiment. Mission Taqueria is giving 10 people free dinner to get people to connect with each other. But there is a few catches. You have to come alone. You cannot touch your phone for an hour. And if you cancel, you'll be charged $50 because so many people... I'm very guilty of this.
Sure.
You get comfy at home, you don't really want to go out, and you cancel last minute. You flake on plans, or if someone cancels on me, I'm not sad about it.
Right,
you
exactly.
know?
These days. And the other thing, too, is you get caught doom scrolling sometimes, too. And I think when you talk about loneliness, social media and our addiction to our phones and apps, like that contributes immensely to it.
So much. Can I tell you how I found this story? Because our great producer, Ayana, I sent this to her last night. She finds so many great stories for us. And I was like, this is a good idea. I found it because I was doom scrolling in bed.
There you go.
But I think it's interesting because they posted it on social media because they know that's where people will find the experiment.
That's right.
So very cool. Ocean Mission Taco. Have you been here? The margs are delish. So
good.
A great deal, a great reason not to cancel.
Yeah.
And they've done Friendsgivings in the past for people who are estranged from family, especially like queer members of the community who don't really have a family to go to. They'll host it with different chefs bringing potluck. So they're always about connecting.
It's about community.
So great spot and very, very cool idea. I feel like we're going to start seeing this more.
And free food, too,
and
if
free
you abide by the rules.
Yes, free food and hopefully some free new friends.
There you go.
Yeah,
Perfect.
very, very fun. Well, that does it for today's edition of The Lineup.
For Sheila Watko, I'm Keith Jones. NBC 10 news updates are right here on the NBC 10 app, of course. You can also catch us weekday mornings from 5 to 7 a.m. Have a great day.
Have a great weekend. High five. Hey.